Hi everyone, this is Elixir's most published author, Bruce Tate. In this video, we're going to talk about OTP, the soul of Elixir. This video is an introduction to core concepts. If you want to dive deeper, I invite you to come to Groxio. There you will find video courses and professional training opportunities to get that job or secure the promotion that you've been looking for. Let's go. Hey everybody, it's Bruce and the dog on the floor. Today we're talking about OTP, and I want to talk about a lightweight way to consume OTP, and that's with tasks. Let's get started. We're going to spend the entirety of this video in IEX proper, and not even in the context of a project, because tasks are little slivers of OTP that you can take advantage of right out of the box. What a task does is abstracts the idea of doing work within a GenServer, but within a process that rather than looping, it's going to do some work concurrently and then return. And so the way that I can do this, the way that I can use this feature is have a function that does long running work. And let's shorten that to just work. And that's going to do two things. Within a function, I'm going to do work, notify. So the notify is just going to be io.puts, right? And the work is going to be process.sleep 7,000, and that's just 7 seconds. Actually, let's make that 10 seconds. And then this semicolon, and basically the underscore doesn't impact the value of this integer, only the readability. And this semicolon just means that we're going to run the two commands, the two expressions back to back. We're going to sleep, and then we're going to put done. Okay, so now I can call that work just like any other function. But notice what happens after I press enter. I am locked out. I can't do any other work while this is going. And that's a shame because Erlang and Elixir are concurrent, and I should be able to do something concurrently in that time frame. So what I'm going to do is build a task, and I'm going to start this task working on my function. Okay? And then what I'm going to do is show you that I'm able to continue to work, and then I'm going to consume the result. And I may or may not have to wait to consume the work depending on whether it's done in that other process or not. Okay. Oh, task that async work. T is equal to. Okay. Let's try that one more time. So tasks.async work. Okay, I've got my task. I still have control. And I'm waiting, but only for a little while until the very last of this task finishes up. So what that means is that I was able to do this work for free. So if I have two tasks to do that are going to run about the same amount of time, then I can just about cut the total time to do the work in half if I have cores available to do that work. And so what we have is a simple abstraction around OTP that allows me to implement a task. But I want to show you one final thing. So I don't know if you caught it when we scrolled on by, but since a task is a OTP GenServer, I can supervise it. And since a task is generically a one-off thing, I want to be able to do it on demand so I can start a dynamic supervisor and then run my task through the dynamic supervisor the same way that I would locally, and this task will be supervised. So that means that I can get the same benefits from a task that I do from other elements of the beam. Now, I want you to know one more thing, that one of the things that happens is that a task is linked. And what that means is that if there is a crash in the task, it will also crash the linked process as you want it to. So let me show you what that looks like. I'm going to say task.async, and then I need to pass an anonymous function. But this function could break somehow. And what I want to show you is that since this is run in a linked way, this is also going to crash the IEX container. And there you go. Exactly as I want it to, because that gives me the properties that I don't have systems that are partially working that I have to clean up with. So I don't have to deal with things like zombie processes or dead processes, or have to worry about reasoning about systems that are only part of the way up. So academically, this is a very good thing. So what I have is a beautiful abstraction that's a lightweight way to do 2 bits of work concurrently. And my friends, that's an excellent thing. For Bruce and the dog on the floor, this is Groxio Learning.